In this video, I share with you my plans to get a six-pack in 6 months for cosplay. Before we get into the video, I just wanted to share with you what the GGGG is for this month. Each month, Bob the Beholder picks some of my Patreon supporters to receive gratitude gifts. And for this month of October of 2021, we have this printed and painted tower from DecoQuest, along with 2 all-in pledges for the current Kickstarter that is going on. Also, we have this dice tower and dice box from Mythic Roll, as well as 2 additional all-in pledges for their current Kickstarter. We have this demo set that Monster Adventure Terrain sent to me, and we'll be giving this entire set to one of my Patreon supporters. And also my Patreon supporters are still voting on the crowdfunder for this month, typically $100 to go towards a pledge for one of the Kickstarters. If you want to check out the full list of GGGGs, go ahead and go to my Patreon page to take a look at that and to get in on the chance to be picked by Bob. On my channel, I only really have one video with my cosplay involved, and that was my True Inway build a couple of years ago. And actually, I did a lot more cosplaying with my kids before my channel really got started. And to be honest, the past couple of years, I haven't really done much cosplaying. But now that my youngest is a freshman in high school, I'm realizing that she's not going to be around that much longer. And so I just want to be able to do something fun with her before she heads off to college. And she really likes cosplaying a lot. And so we both decided that this next season, starting in the spring of 2022, that we wanted to go ahead and do a full summer of hitting the conventions and to do a lot of cosplaying. She and I, along with my son, have done a lot of cosplay before, and one of my favorite costumes is actually this barbarian mashup with a Mandalorian. And for her, it's her Hello Kitty mashup as a Mandalorian. And both of us wanted to update those costumes, primarily for her because she was really little when I made that original costume. But for me, what I also need to do is to get back into shape, especially if I'm going to do the barbarian, since I'm showing off my upper body. And I also want to do a League of Legends cosplay, either Yasuo or, if I really get in shape, to be able to do Lee Sin, both of which is showing off a lot of upper body. My daughter already has a League of Legends costume, and we're actually getting her the Jinx costume for the upcoming Arcane Netflix series coming out from Riot Games. So after this November, after that premieres, I think League cosplay is going to be huge for the next season of cosplaying. Also, I'm signing us up for Anime St. Louis, which is the end of April. So it will actually coincide with my birthday and is almost 6 months exactly from now. And that gives me enough time to get into shape so that I can look good for these costumes. I also am finding I need more incentives to actually exercise and get in shape. I've always exercised ever since I was a wrestler in high school. All throughout most of my adult life, I've either been running or lifting. And so I recently hurt my foot. I was running about 30 to 40 miles a week, and that was my primary form of exercise, especially during COVID. But now that COVID is winding down a little bit, and since I have to stay off of my foot, I'm going to switch over to actually lifting weights, and I need some incentive to hit the gym at least 6 days a week in order to get back into shape. The best shape that I've ever been in my life was a little over 10 years ago when I was doing triathlons and I trained for a half Ironman. That was a period in my life where I was working out almost 2 times a day and was waking up at 3:30 in the morning to get a 3-hour bike ride in. So I got all the way down to 158 pounds during that period. Even though I wasn't lifting weights, that was when I had the most definition. So my thinking is, as long as I can lose about 15 or 20 pounds now, because right now I weigh in at 177, I think that will give me enough definition so that I can look good and actually get a 6-pack. So this is what a comparison of what I looked like back then and what I look like now, and I really need to shave off sort of that tummy fat in order to have that kind of definition. I actually feel pretty good about my muscle. I will start this weight training program, and in the past I have done a lot of weights before, but not really to bulk up a whole lot. But this time around, I think I am going to change to a more rigorous training program. But in essence, the harder challenge and the more important one is actually losing some weight. And so this is going to be the first time in my life I'm actually dieting. I've exercised and have really done nothing with my diet. And my thinking was I exercise in order to eat what I want and didn't really concern myself with intake. But now that I'm getting older, I sort of can't do that anymore. Even when I was running, 30 to 40 miles a week, which is quite a bit of exercise and cardio, I could never really burn off that fat because I was still eating whatever I wanted. This time around, I definitely need to cut back and do more portion control. I'm not going to do a ton of dieting in terms of like the keto diet or anything like that. One, I can't get rid of my carbohydrates because I like rice and noodles too much. But two, I think I can cut that weight without going on an extreme diet by just doing portion control and avoiding some sweets or snacks. So I'm going to try that out. I do have 6 months, so I'll see if that works. And probably towards the end, if I'm successful at that, then I might go to intermittent fasting or other strategies. But if you guys have had a successful diet program, especially if there was long-term results where you didn't gain all that back, because I think crash diets don't work because most of that weight is gained back, then that would be helpful. Please make comments below. Also, I seriously considered doing the Saitama workout routine, which is from One Punch Man. 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and then running a 10K every day. But I actually, after doing some research into some people who actually did that workout routine, it's not suggested because the repetitiveness of those motions often lead to injury, and there's better ways and more safer ways. And in particular, for me, I need to take a day off for recovery, so I'm only going to be working out 6 days a week. And one of the big reasons why I'm posting this video too is now it makes me accountable to you guys, and so I'm going to post up updates the following 6 months. Maybe I'll only do every other month just to keep you posted with my progress. But my hope is that this will be a lifestyle change and I will create some habits that will help me keep some of those pounds off. Even though I'm really focused in on losing quite a bit of weight, I will probably gain some of that back after the cosplay season this next summer. So have you ever gone on a workout routine in order to be able to cosplay, or do you even cosplay at all? I know this channel is mostly about gaming and hobbying, but in the past I've really loved working on these projects of building and making costumes. And so is this something that you're also involved in? And if so, have you had a successful program, exercise program or diet program that has helped you out? I would love to hear that. Go ahead and make comments below and we can go on this journey together. So thanks so much for watching. Happy cosplaying. We'll see you next time.